Hi guys. Okay, so I'm gonna just do a quick breakfast. So this is something that I do not very often, maybe twice a week max, but it's when I'm not in the mood for something savory in the morning. So what I'll do is I'll start with something, sometimes we make our own coconut yogurt here. And one day I'll do a video on how we do that. But if I am not making it, or my partner is not making it, well, I'll buy this Cocoa June from Good Earth is where I get it. So what I do is just a couple big tablespoons of this. So not that much, because it's pretty rich. It's like got a really interesting profile where a lot of fat, which is good for keto. It's gonna keep my blood sugar balanced in the morning. Then just for flavor, I'll put one little bit of a smaller spoonful of the vanilla. So that's just a tiny bit sweeter. So I'll mix them together. And then one of the things that I think is so incredibly nourishing is bee pollen. And we have this incredible company, the Pollen Man, here in the Bay Area, and the bee pollen's incredible. And to me, it gives me a buzz. So highly recommend a little bit of bee pollen on your yogurt. So I usually will put quite a bit. I actually had a patient who I hadn't seen for a while, and she's in her 60s, and she's been a lifelong vegetarian, and she came in and her hair looked phenomenal, and it was down to about here, and super thick and shiny, and I was like, oh my gosh, your hair looks so beautiful. And she said, I never was able to grow my hair long, but then I started doing bee pollen every day, and it just provided the nutrients I needed, and my hair started growing like crazy. I was like, wow. So anyway, I try to have bee pollen whenever I can because it's incredible. So I put quite a bit on there, as you can see, of bee pollen. And then I have little jars of a whole variety of what would you call these? Superfoods and raw nuts and things like that down here. So I'll put like maybe 3 or 4 walnuts, crunch them up, just kind of break them up in there. And then, these are raw, and then I'll put some pumpkin seeds from that Go Raw brand. And these are soaked, sprouted, and dehydrated. And in a perfect world, all your nuts and seeds would be soaked, sprouted, dehydrated, because it inactivates the phytates and makes the nutrients more bioavailable for you. So I'll put like a little sprinkle of sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds on here. And so you're getting like a really interesting blend of essential fatty acids when you're doing both walnuts and pumpkin seeds, or sunflower seeds, which I'm just doing pumpkin today. Then I love cacao nibs, so put some cacao nibs on there, just a little bit. Just adds some interesting flavor. And then today I just got the feeling I wanted to put a little bit of ginger. So I'm gonna just grate a tiny bit of ginger on here, just a little. And I'm gonna put some blueberries from the farmer's market, just a few. And then I thought it would be kind of cool, I've never done this before, to put a little Thai basil. This Thai basil from the farmer's market right now is so good. And I want to put it on everything. I just had it on a salad a little bit ago, and I'm going to use it on pretty much everything I cook in the next few days because it's so interesting. Incredible. Okay, now I'm going to also use a little bit of peach. Now this is a nectarine, a little bit of a nectarine. So this is more fruit than I normally like to do. I don't even think I'm going to use a whole half here. And so, but just to get that little pop of sweetness in there. And then the pumpkin seeds, before they're dehydrated, they're soaked in sea salt. So you have a little salt, a little sweet with the fruit. You've got the bitter with the cacao nib. And then the ginger and the Thai basil are just gonna add something interesting. And you've got the coconut yogurt, the walnuts, and the pumpkin seeds. So here we go.